Alright, so I'm back, and I think where we left off in part one, so this is part two of what WOTC is doing for the casual player, because nobody seems to be really addressing that, so I thought I would, and for the 15 or 20 of you that'll watch it, maybe you learn something. Um, anyway, we left off with the Commander 2011 product, which is where Wizards finally had their aha moment. We could argue that with Arch Enemy and Plane Chase before they had an aha moment, but they finally started making products for the casual player, and they've been really good since 2011. It's accelerated, given the timeline that it took them, 18 years or whatever to get to that point. It's really become accelerated. So we get Commander every year now, so that's good. And that became an annual thing 2013 because they worked 2 years in advance. And what I couldn't remember last time is they called this the innovation product slot. So they started doing that, with the Plane Chase and the Arch Enemy and so forth. So they continued doing that. And Commander being so popular meant that, I guess it took the slot the first couple shots, but now it kind of gets its own slot. It doesn't really interfere very much with the innovation product slot, if you ask me, because they've really accelerated their output of supplemental products, and most of those are really aimed at the casual player. I know the competitive player is all about the reprints and how can I get a cheaper this card or that card, but in reality most of them are for casual players. So I got a bunch of them back here behind me, and I may point them out as we get rolling here, but after we had the success with the Commanders, in 2014, they tried Conspiracy. So we'd had Commander for a couple shots. They tried Conspiracy, which is, I got one back here somewhere. Yeah. So this Conspiracy, this was casual draft. Draft's very popular. Casual's very popular. Multiplayer is very popular. You combine the three things together and you got Conspiracy. Conspiracy, very popular amongst casuals, very popular because of the reprints, because of the new cards. The Drafts Matters cards found their way home in Cubes, which is another casual, somewhat competitive. Some people like to play their cubes competitively. So again, Conspiracy was a great success for the casual player, offering a lot of replayability. Then, I don't know, I guess the argument can be made that the masterpieces that they started putting in with Kaladesh or Expeditions, if you want to go to Battle for Zendikar, I guess you could argue that those were casual aimed. I mean, those are really to sell packs, and that's a whole different thing. But a lot of those are tournament playable, and some are not, so it kind of hits both themes. But those are another thing that really we started seeing that was towards casual. But Conspiracy was popular enough that we had two of those. Conspiracy Take the Crown was the second one. So again, still working the casual people. Also in 2014 we got Dual Decks Anthology. So I got one of those up here, Dual Decks Anthology. Dual Decks Anthology, another thing aimed towards the casual player, because again the reprints weren't really that relevant for tournament play, so aimed at the casual player, and apparently popular enough that they've continued that, much like they did the From the Vault when they tried it, and that we've now had Dual Decks or Anthology for Plane Chase, and our second Commander Anthology has come out. So the Anthology thing, very good. It also seems to me like, and this is mainly based off the financial community saying that they were bombs, that Wizards has discovered that the Master Series is a good place for casual reprints. Yeah, we get some tournament replayables, but Iconic and Masters 25, again, they geared up for the 25th anniversary, probably overdid the Master slot. We're not going to talk about that today, but lots of casual reprints in there for us that we're looking for them. So those were great opportunities. I know the competitive crowd thinks that the master sets are for them, and somewhat maybe because they're draftable. All those things are going towards casuals. And we even started bumping up a little bit with the... It's way down here. I may have to go off camera. Explorers of Ixalan. If you haven't played this is a fantastic box set. You really should get in on that. That's not for competitive players. That's for casual players. Wizards understands, as I keep saying, that the casual players is what keeps them in business, not the competitive players. So, it's not the drive of the casual player to learn to be competitive to make the Pro Tour. It's the drive of Wizards to sell packs and products so that they can keep making more of those. And the casual player is what drives that. So, Explorers of Ixalan, we got Unstable, which... You know, I've been there for all the unsets, and Unstable was leaps and bounds ahead of the others. The others were truly joke sets. They were truly aimed towards a lowest common denominator humor. They were just goofy stuff all over the board. Unstable finally brought you mechanics and flavor that really hit a large spectrum of the casual community. And I would say that, you know, based off Mark Rosewater on Blogatog's comments, that we're going to see one of those sets every 4 or 5 years. I think it was popular enough. It's also kind of where they use some innovation. I mean, we got borderless lands. It's where we first got full art lands. A lot of things are tried out in the unsets that they can't do in regular Magic that then somehow make their way in. So, Unstable, another hugely popular thing for casuals. And we just keep seeing stuff. Battle Bond. Battle Bond wasn't made for competitive players. Who the hell thinks that? And then I'm going to end. The last item I'm going to talk about is the Global Series, which was made for China casual players. It wasn't made for China tournament players. It wasn't made for American tournament players. It wasn't made for any tournament players. It was made to get more people in China, which is a very large market for Wizards to try to tap into. They're not trying to tap into people who want to be professional Chinese Magic players. They're trying to tap into more people to play the game. That in itself will eventually get you more professional players. But again, this video isn't about how to get more professional players or how to make the professional players happy. It's to let you know that as a casual player, you have all the power. And that Wizards is doing things aimed towards you. So those are products that have come out, and you can tell from this video the accelerated progression that we've got into with the products that Wizards is putting out aimed towards the casual player. I think I'm going to do at least one more video, which will be part 3, and we're going to talk about the programs that Wizards has in their Play Network, the WPN, and how those are focusing on casual play more than they ever have. And why you, as a casual player, if you've stumbled on this video and are watching it, should check out your local game store, no matter where you are, and why maybe you ought to leave the kitchen table once in a while and go check out your local game store and what that has to offer. So until you get back with part 3, thanks for watching, and I appreciate every one of you.